If I Disappear was a twisty little thrill ride that kept me speculating until the end. I love the podcast, real crime part of it. Frankly speaking, it was an extraordinary idea. Soraya is the primary character. She lives alone, recently divorced, has no true friends, tunes into true crime-based podcasts. It feels to her as if the most loved podcaster, Rachel, is talking directly to her. At the point when Rachel's podcast stopped coming, Soraya is certain that something terrible has happened to her and heads to Rachel's hometown to save her. At the point when she shows up, she finds a ranch that has a past filled with women disappearing and a town that warns her to stay away from the ranch. She looks inside the old podcast episodes for clues. I adored how Sarah continued analyzing all circumstances by what she learned from Rachel's podcast. Trust nobody, question everything, trust your senses. Feeling for me was like, I was with Sarah attempting to sort out what had occurred. However, I was unable to sort this out until the end. It was a lot of fun to see where this planned to go. A great deal of awkward cringing for Sarah as you did need to make a step back and wonder, who even does this? But I thought, likely the die-hard fans of true crime podcasts, that is who. If I Disappear is a debut and it is magnificent. There were minutes I laughed, and I totally loved the name of the podcast, Murder She Spoke, which would be great for reality. The pacing was very much well done, and the climate was unquestionably frightening. What troubled me how trusty and naive Sarah may have seemed now and again. You know when you watch a horror film and you have that believing that something awful is going to happen to the character? Well, for a true crime podcast obsessed, Sarah didn't appear to listen her own senses, or having any fear at that. I completely liked this one, and absolutely recommend If I Disappear for your next thriller read, particularly if you like true crime podcasts. Regardless of whether you don't, I figure you will like this one since it is creepy, entertaining and twisted.